Hello, I'm my fearless ones. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, I talk all things finances like side hustles, how to make money from home. We're talking credit now, and this video will be titled Business Credit. So before we get started, let's pay the bills. This video is sponsored by Credit Builder, excuse me. Credit Builder is especially for people with no credit or low credit. So if you have some slow pays, some collections, some charge-offs on your credit that's causing your credit score to be low, just go ahead and click the link, the first link below the video, Credit Builder, create an account. They do report to all three major credit bureaus within 15 days of creating and funding your account. So let's get started. Welcome back, my fearless ones. So we're talking business credit, right? What I found out about business credit, what I would and would not do when it comes to business credit. Let's be clear. My first business I opened legally June of 2012, excuse me, you guys. So I had a brick and mortar store. It was a wireless company. I sold prepaid wireless phones and services. It wasn't just one company. I sold prepaid for all companies like AT&T and T-Mobile and Verizon. All of those prepaid services my business offered. I was open for about 2 years, a little over. It wasn't that I did not, my business failed. It's just that it felt like a job. Anytime I have to be somewhere for 12 hours, I feel like I work. So I wanted to do more of a home-based business. So I can't close it down. Came home, and then I didn't have to worry about the overhead costs. So it was costing me, rent for the building and cable, and you have to have cable because you have to have internet to work to even activate phones. And it was just, it felt like it was costing, and I wasn't seeing a profit margin. Now I know usually it take a few years before you see a profit, but I just wasn't willing to take the chance. So I closed the store down, came home, and started working from home. Now I am a 6-figure earner from home doing e-commerce and other businesses. Excuse me. And I should have got me some Kleenexes before I got started. Okay, so I want to talk business credit. Let's be clear. Up until about a month ago, I never used business credit. So fast forward 2019, I opened a second business. Now, the first one was a LLC. The second one was a LLLP, which is a limited liability limited partnership. So that means that we're protected from our assets are separate from our business. Okay. So I started that, and all my capital, all my upfront capital was from sweat, because I wasn't aware of business credit until I took a money mastery class, you guys. I'd already been hearing about people, business cards getting, $30,000, $40,000 worth of credit. And I knew about business loans and grants, but I did not want to take out a loan, and I did not want to pull the equity out of my home. So I just did it the hard way, working, saving and using my profits to reinvest into my business. And I also, if you go back in the history of my videos, you notice that I DoorDash, like I did everything that I could to finance my business to get it to this point. But I took a money mastery class, and sometimes you guys, you should invest in your education, because the Bible says, and not to be preachy, the Bible says my people perish due to lack of knowledge. Sometimes it's what you don't know will hold you back or hurt you. Okay. So the more you research, or the more you get around people with knowledge or things that you don't know, the better. I was always told that if you're the smartest one in the room, you should leave, because you're never going to grow, because the people around you don't know enough to help you. So I changed my circles. I did a shift. I started doing things a little different. And here's what I found out when it comes to business credit. I just recently got a car. Well, about 2 years ago. December would be 2 years. I went into Toyota because I knew I wanted a Toyota because I bought my daughter one when she was like in first year of college, maybe high school or something. So it's a Corolla, and I like the way it drives. I was like, Toyota make a good car. I had had my car for over 10 years. I got it new. My kids grew up in it, and it was making noises. And I was like, I just don't want to do no more repairs on this car. So what I did was I went to Toyota and traded it in. Now, I wanted to finance it because I wanted to build my credit. And when I say build my credit, I mean the only thing that was showing up on my credit was my home and student loans and credit cards. Because I had paid off my car so long ago, it showed like an older, payoff, but it did show that I paid the car off. So I was like, well, I'll go in and I'll finance a car for really cheap. So I got me a RAV4, and I didn't mention it to you guys because that's not an exotic vehicle, but my next one will be. So I'm getting somewhere with this. So I knew I wanted a car that was reliable and low, like something I can pay off really quick, and then I can thicken my credit. If you know what I mean by thicken your credit file, is our credit is broke down into 100%, and certain percentage go to your installment payments, which is more like a car note, house note, and then revolving credit is your credit cards, and maybe a personal loan is good as well. And like a student loan would be more like an installment. So I didn't know about credit. I didn't know that, when you almost max out your credit card, it will affect your utilization of your credit cards. So I'm learning so much. And now I'm at like a 722 in my credit score just by making small changes in the way I deal with my credit cards, actually bump my credit score up by 50, 60 points within a month, you guys. So hopefully I can share this information with you and you can take it and, apply it to your life as well. So I went in, and when I went in, I haven't worked for anyone since 2014. So I had to go in with bank statements. Again, I wanted to finance this car. I had the money to pay for it cash, but paying for it cash wouldn't have helped my credit. So I went in and I financed it, and I said, well, I'm going to pay on it for like 3 or 4 months, and then it'll show up on my credit as paid in full, which will bump up my credit score. And it did that. So, here's where I fought the finance department and, excuse me, you guys, I feel like my nose is running. The finance department, the salesman, and I wasn't knowledgeable. Remember, I don't know anything about business credit. I've been doing anything through blood, sweat, and tears, as they say. I put in my own money. I put in my everything for my businesses, okay? So I'm not aware of business credit at all. And this is just in 2020. So I went in and I had my business license, and I had 3 months bank statements and some other stuff, everything pertaining to my business, to show them that I'm an entrepreneur. I can afford this vehicle. I'm not buying anything new. It's new used, and I need my vehicle because mine is making noises and I don't want to try to repair it. Of course, I was approved and everything. But now that I'm learning about business credit, I don't understand why the finance department didn't tell me that, Latasha, you can finance your vehicle under your business name as long as you got an EIN number, because your EIN number works just like a social security number for your business. As long as you, and I had all of this. Came in there with a notebook, you guys. When I go take care of my business, I take my notebook with me so everything is organized. It got paper clips, all this good stuff. So I'm very organized when it comes to my information. So when I walked in there, I had my little notebook, and I had my business license. I had my EIN number. I had my bank statements. I had a utility bill. I had everything to get financed because I didn't want to be running back and forth. And I knew that by me not having an employment, like an actual check stub, that businesses always have to go the extra mile to prove that, hey, I can afford this vehicle. And it wasn't that expensive. So I didn't understand why the finance department didn't say, you can do a commercial finance, zero down, zero interest, and get a better car. I found that out. Like in my group, in my money mastery group, people are getting 2020 big ass trucks, Suburbans and Dodge Rams fully loaded, and these trucks that cost 30, 40, 50 grand off the lot, brand new with zero financing. So they pay no interest, a commercial loan with nothing down under their business license. I'm stunned. Now I know that the commercial financing wouldn't have financed that particular vehicle because it is more mature in age. But they could have told me, well, let's get you something a little more newer, and then we can get a commercial financing and you don't have to pay anything down. Because I did put money down because, again, I wanted this to show up on my credit file. Sometimes it's not good to pay cash because you have no paper trail showing that you can be responsible for installment payments, you guys. So I just want to share that with you. So if you have an EIN number and you have a business, the best thing to do if you're just starting out, because remember our last video, we were talking about how to start an e-commerce business and to go get your business license, to apply for your EIN number, and make sure you get a resale permit so you can resell products. Make sure you get that as well, because us entrepreneurs have to pay taxes. It's unavoidable, right? So once you start doing that, it depends on your personal credit. Which way would I go? If it was me and I'm starting out new, fresh in the business world, I would build my own personal credit. A lot of people try to avoid it. Now, if you have like a bankruptcy and you have like your credit score is so low and you have so many collections, and it would take too long to try to repair your credit so you can use your personal credit to get business credit, then the way to do that is through, net 30s, trade lines. And I guess I can list the net 30s under the video, and you can find this anywhere. So if you type in how to build business credit, it's a lot of great gurus on YouTube. I didn't too much learn it from them. I actually took a money mastery class, and that was one of the things that was taught, how to build business credit. At the time I took the class, which was in like late September, October, I already had a 700 plus credit score. I think it was like 713. So what I did was I brought all of my balances on my credit cards down to 1%. Now, I know that we were taught that as long as you stay under 30% of your utilization of your credit cards, that you're safe. But no, if you're trying to get in the 700 club, that means a 700 credit score, pay those cards down. Do not max them out. But here's the caveat, you guys. When it comes to business credit, you can max out your business credit card and it never show up on your personal. So that's the reason why a lot of people want to get business credit versus using their own personal credit. But if you have a great credit score, you can be a PG, which is a personal guarantor to your business credit. So let's go back. Let's digress for a moment. So you're starting out. You got all of your credentials. Now you want to build business credit. If you have a 680 or more, use your credit as a personal guarantor for your business credit, because you don't have time to try to do all these trade lines. You don't have to do all those trade lines. That means going to Quail, Staples, and all these different companies trying to do a net 30 trade line and then building business credit there. Because what will happen is they will report it to Dun Bradstreet. Duns, DUNS, and Bradstreet.com. Go there. Write this down. If you're new and you just starting out, you need to go ahead and go over there and create an account. And this will start you on the business credit. So you have a reporting, you're now registered with Dun and Bradstreet. And once you start building up business credit, they're like the reporting credit agency for business credit, right? And you're on. You're on. Do that before you start personal guaranteeing your businesses. So I skipped the line because at first I thought that I had to do all of these trade lines. I'm like, I don't need this stuff because a lot of the trade line companies just don't offer the stuff that I need. And I don't care about being a personal guarantor for my business credit because I don't plan on skipping out on nothing. If you go and get a vehicle, even if it's zero down and zero interest and you get this big body truck, you know you still got to pay the car note, right? So make sure your business is making enough revenue to afford the lifestyle and afford the things that you're getting with your credit, or don't do it. That's the reason why I'm talking about it, because I know that now my business is growing and I want to do bigger things with my business. So I don't mind getting, big credit cards. Now, what I did also is I got a Navy Federal account, and I know everyone don't qualify for Navy Federal. It's like one of the best federal credit unions out there. When I did stop working, I worked for the Department of Military. So that's the reason why I qualify, because you do have to be like part of the military, excuse me. So if your husband, if you have a family member, you can also sign up under them. Even a deceased like grandparent, my grandfather was in the military. My brother is currently a Marines. So I would have still had access to it, but I just used the fact that I work for the Department of Military, which I did for like 5 years. And they allow civilians that work for the government to create Navy Federal accounts. So I got a checking and savings. Now, the reason why I wanted Navy Federal is because since they're like the biggest credit union, they give out really, really large credit lines, $20,000, $30,000 credit cards. And if you're trying to scale and grow your business, that would be great. But first you have to build a rapport with them. So you definitely have to start up a personal checking and savings before you start a business checking and savings. So I'm right at the personal. I do have direct deposit going into that account, and I will keep you guys updated. So far, when it comes to business credit, I got a gas card, got approved. I also did a Home Depot card. And the reason why I did the Home Depot card is, and this is all up under my business credit that I just found out about, is because just in case, I know I'm gonna get a warehouse. I need a warehouse because I need to start packing and shipping things in a bigger space. And I know that I may need to do maybe some minimal repairs to whatever building. And I wanted to be able to use that credit from Home Depot to go get paint and different things like that. And at the same time, I'll be building business credit as well. So, so I got a gas card, Home Depot, and I went, and the reason why I look like this is because this morning I just left my bank, which is where I do my business account, and talk to them about a line of credit, like just a revolving credit card. And you can't do it online. So she said you have to come into the bank, turn in the application, and then they send it through to see how much I would be approved for just a business credit card with my bank. So if you have good credit, you can be your personal guarantor for your business credit. And that'll cut out all the net 30s. Now, if you have bad credit, you have a bankruptcy, and you want to build business credit, then you would need to go through the net 30s, at least get 5 of those, create them, pay something on them, and then within the next 90 days, you should have some type of credit score with Dun and Bradstreet At that time, you can start applying for business credit cards like Capital One Business, everybody, uh, American Express. Also this month, well, last month, I went ahead and applied for an American Express because you get perks when you're traveling for American Express. I haven't used it. I just activated it, but I wanted it because I wanted the perks that came with being an American Express card holder. Now, in the next 6 to 12 months, what I'm going to do with that relationship that I have with American Express is apply for a business credit card. And then at that point, you I should be able to have a bigger credit line and again use it for investing in inventory and whatever else that I want to do. You also can buy homes, cars, everything in your business name. So I'm trying to move away from not using my personal credit and my name to strictly doing everything under my business. So I'm so excited. Like the opportunities and the knowledge that has been presented to me this year is going to literally change my life, because everything that I've gotten up to this point has just been through saving, sacrificing, and using my own money, you guys. So I had no idea that I could go out and get a business credit card and not use my own credit. Now, here's the benefit of using business credit over personal, because this video is getting really long. It don't show up on your personal credit. So whatever you charge on your, let's just say you have a Chase Inc. preferred business card, right? And they give you a $20,000 credit limit, and you decide you wanted to charge $15,000 of that $20,000. It will not show up on your personal credit. So that's the reason why a lot of people want to use their business credit. The reason why you don't want to use your personal credit cards is because it's about that utilization. Anytime you start charging on your credit card and you don't pay it off the statement balance within those 38 days or 30 days or 28 days of the billing cycle, you will see an effect on your credit score. And that's what I had to learn. Stay between 1% and 4% of your credit utilization on your credit cards. Now, again, once you get business credit, you can max it out and it will not affect your personal credit score. And you can have as many credit cards as you want. I think at this point I have about 10 credit cards and only one of them have a balance. And that's because it's at a 0 APR right now. So I'm not even paying any interest. And I charged that much because I wanted the intro rewards that came along with it. So if I charged $1,000 within 6 months, I got a $200 reward, and that's what I did. So I'm just carrying a balance because I don't have to pay interest, and I'm within that 4% of utilization over my overall credit. So I hope this video was helpful. I'll leave some of the net 30s under the video. Also the credit builder. So if you just, you're not getting approved for any credit cards at all. And them inquiries, once you hit 11 inquiries on your credit, you guys, it's not a good look. So quit applying for things that you know you don't qualify for. Just do a secure credit card and start building that credit and that rapport again with the bank. And then in 6 months, or 3 months, if you really only need 3 months, 3 months of paying that secure card that will raise your credit score, then you can go in and apply for an unsecured credit card and you should be approved. Until next time, you guys, stay fearless. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye.